Hello everyone, this is Marshee coming to you with another Starcraft 2 cast. I dug this little thing off of the subreddit r/cast-it, and I'm just going to introduce the players real quick. We do have in the bottom right on Ohana LE, we have Vrotax, which is a weird permutation of Vortex, which is which can be anything. I thought it kind of sounded like Vortex, but there's an E in Vortex, but whatever. And in the top left hand corner, we do have the yellow Zerg player Elephant right here. Let me fix my cord on my mouse real quick so it doesn't interfere with anything. Now, I have no sort of background information on these two players, so I'm just going to make up something as I go along. We have a Vortax here. He lives in the Midwest in Kansas. He experiences a lot of tornadoes. He's just trying to play some Starcraft 2 in his time rebuilding his house because tornadoes tear it down a lot. And Elephant, he is an actual bull elephant from Africa. He uses a monstrous DDR pad to help control his units here. He uses his trunk to hit the spacebar for the backspace inject method. But pretty standard so far. Going no sort of fancy shenanigans coming out of Vrotax. Just opting to put the barracks here for the nice wall off here. So maybe a 1-rack expand coming out of Vrotax. We don't know. We will just have to find out. And then we have the pretty much the standard 15 hatch coming out of Elephant. The speeding expands pretty much phased out of the metagame at the moment. We do have this drone scout going to come up here. A little late, but that's fine. He will get by the supply diva before it goes down, and he will get a catch to see whether if there's any gases. The scout star is no gas, and this little drone there's essentially no way out when this marine comes. That's alright. It's just the drone's life, man. Just the drone's life, and this drone will slowly be shot to death, and there you have it. It's the life of a drone. It's got a nice little skeleton here. Very interesting. I wonder if like biology degree students, they actually pause the game and try to examine the skeleton as it dies. That'd be a little intense, but anyways. And we have the spawning pool, and looks like going for speed first is what it looks like. We do have gas slowly accumulating for Elephant. And by the way, these are both platinum level players, so they have a fairly good understanding of the mechanics of this game. They have something. They're not gold, in which Gold League everyone cheeses no matter what. Silver League, they kind of still don't have no idea what they're doing. And Bronze League is, God, I think I'll make one of every unit ever. Do you have this this bunker will not be finished. You can actually just straight up attack these Marines because 3 Zerglings should have their way with 2 Marines, and that does get cancelled. So, Terran player, good job. Putting the tech lab on the barracks, maybe going for a quick stem. Stem, I do believe, is 100 gas. I am not a Terran player. I am a diamond level Zerg. So, and I've played pretty much solely Zerg. So let's take a look. Yes, 100 gas for stem pack. Almost there. Timing isn't as crisp, but here it comes. It'll start shortly. And actually, combat shields first. Given playing a little bit on the defensive side here, giving Marines extra bit of life here. Actually, 20% extra life. I'm just messing. Some other weird odd percentage. And it looks like a 2-base play coming out of Elephant. He definitely he did have the gas at one point for a macro hatch. By gas, I mean minerals. But I guess opting for queens and drones instead. Pretty good saturation here on the main. Almost there with these 4 drones. That should put it at optimal saturation. And coming from Vrotax, we have less than optimal saturation, and she's got SCVs everywhere. That's fine. And right now, this is I've been experimenting a little bit as well with certain timing windows, like before Terran can usually get this wall off. maybe just a big bling bling bust that just kind of destroys everything, or like a really big roach push as well that hits around the 8-9 minute mark before this wall off can get up, or there's only a few Marines in the bunker, something like that. The macro hatch does go down for Elephant here. Pretty equal supply so far. Combat shield is done and instantly followed up by stem pack. This is going to look like a largely bio heavy play, and of course I talked so good about Elephant's saturation level. He's got 5 drones too many, and he could actually transfer 2 down here. The difference is actually quite astounding, like your income rates. But let's look at the income rate. They are almost nearly identical with that extra 36 harvesters to the 53 drones. It's those mules, man. Mules are pretty good, pretty good. Not so much coming out. We do have a steady stream of Marines. Stem pack is about quarter way finished. Actually about a third of the way finished. I can't do fractions. And not that many units out for Elephant here. We have 4 Zerglings, and he is now taking his third. Not so much scouting, does not take both of those watchtowers. And then he's just like, there's the OS. And he's like, oh my god, where did all these Mariners come from? And now here comes the OS Zerglings coming in right now. He is producing 10 Zerglings. This queen will die fairly quickly. He does retreat. He does save the queen. Save the queen somehow, some way, don't know how. He does have +1 on the way. This hatchery will most certainly fall. And it does. Not even getting a cancel out of it. The Zerg player is falling a little bit behind. He is supply block. He was supply block. Now he has a room for 16 more Zerglings. And he is going to morph a couple Banelings in, and that will definitely help with this huge bio ball right here. Relatively huge for the time being. Back at the base, we do have more Marines just continually being pumped out. Nothing but Marines right now. We do have the tech lab almost done. Might see that switched out with a starport or the factory of some sort. We do have a reactor on the factory, so there's like Marine and Hellions right now, so which is pretty much anti-Zerg, anti-Zerglings, I will say. Do have a nice little choke point right there. I believe a couple Marines could get through there. Let's check. Elephant actually doesn't have this hotkey, this hatchery hotkeyed, and that's it's quite a bunch more Zerglings or infestors right now. An infestation pit is now researching pathogen glands, and this happens to me all the time. I'll just make a macro hatch and just forget to assign it to a hotkey, and I just have like a bajillion larvae just kind of chilling here. Hopefully he'll see his mistake and make all of them. And another bad thing for Plat players is they always get supply block, but he did make, of course, as soon as I say that, he does make 5 overlords. Everything is hunky-dory once again. But a huge amount of Marines, 0-0 Marines coming out for Vrotax. Everybody's, both players just kind of macroing up here. Elephant doing a good job keeping the Zergling there, scouting out. He's about to have a really bad day when a whole platoon of Marines is about to ruin this Zergling's day. Unless Burrow comes out like stupid quickly, yep, that Zergling's dead. Let's examine a skeleton real quick. If all these Marines will get out the way. Oh, I can't see it. Anyways, back to the game. Oh, let's zoom back out. The main almost mined out for Vrotax. Right now we just have a bunch of Zerglings with Banelings. Do they have the speed upgrade? I will find out when we click the building. They do have the speed upgrade. So these Banelings are really, really fast on creep, and they are just scary to a bio ball of this size, especially when incorporated with infestors. And I do hear, yes, I do hear medevacs being filled up with the Marines. So we do have some drop play coming out from Vrotax here. Elephant still sitting on 115 supply. He finally got that hatchery hotkeyed, possibly. Yeah, hopefully. So hopefully he's got everything hotkeyed. He's just droning up. Let's check the drones right now. We have 67 drones to 64 SCVs and 4 mules. The income for the Terran player should be higher. It is indeed. Let's go back to the production tab. Optimally, you want to be around 75-80 drones. You definitely just want to take the gases here and there for investors, or when you take up the ultras or broodlords, whichever you prefer. But we are Elephant sitting happily on layer tech. He does not have the gas. He is still not taking these. He's finally taking these gases here. And I would expect he takes these two gases as well. Doing a very good job expanding. This is one thing I even fail at, is I do really good up to my third base, and I just kind of fail at taking my fourth and fifth. But we do have a drop coming over here from Vrotax. I'll get back to my other train of thought here in a minute. Maybe it's not seen. He is not moving his units. And this is going to be a lot of drones being eat up here. Or maybe, or we'll just have the dropships wait here. Doesn't matter. And the Bioballs continues to pull out. We have 2 siege tanks, 3 siege tanks, one that right now. And we just have a bunch of barracks here. We have 4 barracks producing Marines. One with a tech lab not producing anything. And we're going to have double tank production very shortly here in a minute. We got +1 coming out for the tanks, so it's going to negate any sort of two-shotting lings here. And now we do have the drops going everywhere. Doing a good job splitting up these Marines. These Zerglings are 2-1, and they should eat up these 1-1 Marines fairly easily. And here comes the fungals. Not too great fungals here, only getting a couple Marines at a time. Really wasting the fungals there. And the hatchery does go down. And now all the stream of lings come in. But I do believe, yes, that is... Oh, and the Spore Crawler saying, you have none of this business. Get out of here, dropship. And the Zerglings storm across. You know, we do have the Infestors here. Other than that, both hatcheries, both expansions being taken out by Elephant. And Vortex is sitting on almost a 200 army here. That is 3 pages worth of Marines, and we have 5 tanks here. But all it takes is a couple good fungals and a couple good bailing hits, and those Marines are gone. And he is just making a ton more barracks with reactors on them. And now he is making another command center. Probably going to take his 4th here in a minute. But all it takes is a few good bailing hits and a few good fungals, and everything's just gone. So we're going to see here. Both players just going to try to macro up a little bit more. This third base is well taken. The mine should be mained out. The main should be mined out. The mine should be mained out. Ha ha ha. Anyways, we have this little tiny army for Elephant here. What exactly is he making? He is teched up the hive, and he is getting that greater spire. And here comes another dropship. And these some really great pickup micro by Vrotax there. And he does doing a good job. He does have Zerglings everywhere, so these drops aren't going to do that much damage anymore. Even if you just put a Spore Crawler right here, that should thwart any sort of dropping play. But if he only knew, and this is another little thing I have to pick with Elephant. Elephant definitely needs to take both these watchtowers. There's no reason he shouldn't have both these watchtowers. And he would see this monster doom push coming here. We should see a lot of Broodlords pop up here in a minute. He definitely has the gas and the minerals for it. And holy bank account. Shoot, sorry, my train of thought just left me. Anyways, we have this base about to die from a bloody ton of Marines. The colors are messing me up here. And the bank account for Elephant is pretty substantial here. And there's going to be a lot of Broodlords being morphed in here. But, and this base just got wiped clean. We do have Infestors and a few Banelings. And all it takes is one really good fungal. Oh my gosh, that would be the monstrous fungal of them all. So here we go. We do have a ton of Broodlords just popping now. We do have a drop here at the 3rd, but it's going to get wiped up pretty quickly with these little swarm of Zerglings here. Here comes the Broodlords. They should take out these tanks fairly quickly. And a lot of these tanks will just probably die to their own tank fire here. Good fungals here. Don't waste all your fungals on these little bit of Marines. Oh, we only have approximately 6 fungals left. Oh, all these Broodlords caught out of position. A sweet fungal. Very nice fungal. And these tanks are actually going against Vrotax here. The friendly fire just actually destroyed all those Marines right there. And here comes the Broodling strikes. Another tank's going to go down. Should go down. There it goes. Another tank goes down. See, this friendly fire, man. Friendly fire on the tanks is like crazy. One lane Baneling, and this Infestor army should just have these 3 Marines kill them. Meanwhile, we do have a counter-attack with Zerglings over here. These are 3-2 Marines, so they are pretty good against 2-2 Zerglings here. But they are without medevac support, and they should get gobbled up by this Zergling little counter-attack here. You can actually, nope, I would go on home. We do have this massive Broodlord army coming, but we do have Vikings in production. How many Vikings are actually out on the map? There are no Vikings on the map. There's just 2 Vikings so far for 7 Broodlords, and we do have some infestor support. We do have the stream of Zerglings coming in. 3 infestors chilling, having some Brofester time, talking about how they're spawn infested Terrans and such. And we do have this pretty dirty looking army from Elephant coming out. And Vortex is mostly Marines and Thors. Here we go. And here they come. All these Broodlings are coming in. Very good fungal on those Marines. There is no other anti-air support for Elephant, and I get caught up with this. I just kind of morph all my corruptors at the same time, and I have no anti-air. But here comes a bunch of infestors and a nice fungal on those Vikings. You just need to chain fungal them. You just get a few. There they go. The Vikings are dead, but the Broodlords are essentially dead as well. And these Marines will die, but this Broodlord will definitely die as well. And Terran has no bank right now. His bank was completely gone. He is just now making a couple Marines at a time. Let's look at the production tab. We only have 10 Marines being made, and he can definitely make a ton more with all these barracks he has. But the bank for Elephant is just incredible. The gas, he needs to stop mining minerals and just put all of his drones on gas. Because he has 4.7k. You can send me to college. Shoot, and all these corruptors are just going to die. Well, that's fine. Because I get 1 shot off on 1 Viking, dealing 14 damage. That's okay. We do have 2 more Broodlords, bunch of Zlings, bunch of Infestors, and some Banelings would be really nice here. They just really will melt any sort of Bioforce. But these are a lot of Thors, and Thors are just medium, last forever. And he really needs Broodlords in this situation. He does not need to engage this army right now. Maybe Neural? He does not have Neural Parasite. And Neural Parasite's just really good. And this Planetary just going to probably just eradicate this Zergling force. Which I didn't even have to repair it, really. Meanwhile, this fight going on, not going good in the Zerg's favor here. He will take the retreat and kind of stutter step his Broodlords here. We do have the Ling enforcements coming from Elephant. Vortex is currently sitting on a maxed out army with 3-3 Marines and 3-3 Thors, and that's just a really, really deadly combination there. So he has a maxed out army. I don't see where it's... Oh, he does have tanks here, kind of protecting against counterattacks here. But only 2 Broodlords out for Elephant here. And this base will certainly fall. I do hear Broodlords being morphed in, and maybe some sick fungals, and here are the fungals. But they do have 2 medevacs healing up these Marines. But a lot of these Marines are just going to die. And these Thors should die as well, but these Vikings are coming in, and they are going to slowly shoot all these Broodlords. But good job on the cancel, keeping his corruptors alive and not watching them morph into Vayne. We do have the Ultralisk Cavern. I don't know why I put emphasis on Ultralisk, but we do have the Cavern coming out for Elephant. Once that Viking count gets too high, we will see a tech switch here, and the tech switch will be pretty devastating because he'll just have a bunch of Vikings doing nothing, while Ultralisk slowly cleave his way through the Terran army. And Vrotax doing really good job macroing here. He has been in a 200 army even after most of his Marines have died. And the bank is back for the Terran player. 4.4k for Terran. And Elephant can actually send me and my sister to college now with that 6.4K bank. We do have a Marine. We do have a drop loaded up. We do have the Thors marching across the ground here. Might catch this army out of position. Fungal. Oh, splitting the Marines. Good job on Vrotax's part. Those fungals were just being so devastating. The Vikings slowly skirting in and out of battle. No other anti-air. We do have the line of infested Terrans popping out. We do have 2 Corruptors valiantly fighting against this army of Vikings. And all you need is a good fungal here and have those infested Terrans march out. Here we go. Here's the big engagement. Money fungals all from the infestors. And just so many broodling strikes coming out from the broodlords here. This base may fall. He really needs to target fire the hatchery. Will he get it? Will it die? It does not look like it. Looks like it's all going to get wiped up fairly easily. The Vikings are getting fungal to death, and the infested Terrans are just slowly peppering them away with their assault rifles. Marine's doing a good job. This hatchery has 150 health left, and there's the Thor pickup. And Vrotax is going home again. It would really help if you brought those tanks into the fight. Actually, not at all. I'm sorry, I'm pretty scatterbrained. We do have a bunch of Ultralisk out, and right now there is no. We do have 4 Thors in production. We don't have any Marauders to help against this Ultralisk, and the Ultralisk are going to make this planetary its bitch if it does decide to attack, and it does. No amount of repair is going to save this planetary. Look how fast Ultralisk just cleave away at this thing. And see, I would always have a hard time breaking planetaries, but then Ultralisk just kind of laugh at it, and everything is a-okay. Now we have this pretty super gas heavy army here. Let's look at the army value tab, which is oh god, whatever, we'll find out. Anyway, the Ultralisk are coming in and everything's going to die because Ultralisk are just boss like that. They do not have the upgrade yet, which is very vital for them, because that's Marines just don't do any damage. These 2 Marines just scared off a whole pack of Ultralisk. They are boss Marines until they are being cleaved to death and cut in half. Now we have the Thors versus the Ultralisk, and 1 Ultralisk is going to die. Meanwhile, this whole army is not doing anything. There's just 1 Broodlord fighting right now. And this Ultralisk is just going to eat these rocks because it's pretty hungry. We do have 8, oh my god, 8 more Ultralisk out in production, and 2 Mutalisks for some reason, and a very good fungal here. And these Marines are, this SCV just laughed in the face of danger. It doesn't care. It gives no fucks. Oh, no, it dies. But anyways, Ultralisk are continue just to chomp and hug its way. Here's some more Vikings doing some skirmishes here and there, and the Zerg army is on the retreat once again. Where are those Ultralisk? Here comes a, gosh, I don't even know what you call a pack of Ultralisk. Whatever. Well, here comes the Ultralisk, and they're just scary. And but they should eat right through this Marine heavy army. And here comes the Ultralisk. There were 6 I didn't know about right here. And all these Marines are going to die. And actually, none. Ultralisk aren't really that good by themselves. They definitely need other support. They need the infestors to anchor the Marines there so they don't all like scatter and they can just sit there and get hugged to death. Zerglings help soak up the damage, so they're not solely being focus fired on. And this poor 4th base, it's been killed at least 5 times now, and it looks like it's going to get another similar fate. We do have a couple Marines loaded up in here, enjoying the cool weather, enjoying the air condition of that medevacs here. And we're going to have this, now the Terran army has nowhere to go. Here comes the march of the Ultralisk that are get sent back. Oh, and here comes reinforcements for the Terran player. And those Ultralisk just got eaten up. And 1 more fungal can kill so many units right now. but not looking good for Elephant. Everything's in the red for Vrotax, and this base will fall again. You have 46 Zerglings in production, 1 Mutalisk in production, and these little drones are going to just go all the way home. We almost mined out. See, if he had just killed this base, we wouldn't have any mining bases, but what do I know? Anyways, we're back to a Zergling army with infestors, and these infestors might die as well, but I'm telling you, a couple good money fungals. All these medevacs will die, all these marines will die, but that's okay. But we still have a bank here, so everything is fine. I haven't gone to college just yet. We do have some Zerglings and drones not doing anything, which is also fine as well. We do have 5 Ultralisk in production. This will definitely help out this army. Do have 1 mining base, 2 mining bases open for Vrotax, 2 possible mining bases. We only have 1 being mined right now. That's a lot of air, and this army is going to get. Oh, this army is so out of position right now. The medevacs are out of position, and here they come. Oh, a couple good money fungals. You need to be spamming them fungals. Oh, such good fungals. Another, just an entire air army, and then we have a bunch of Ultralisk. So many air units can die right now. He needs to land the fight. I don't think he's got nothing on the ground to fight with, and all these air units can die to good fungals, but I don't know why he's not doing it. Anyways, Elephant will probably go counterattack and try to kill some of these bases. He is going to fungal these Vikings and 1 medevac to death. There's still a bunch of medevacs escaping for Vrotax. Do have a couple of Thors in the red here. We do have 4 Thors. But here comes the counterattack right here. And these SCVs are going to meet an ill fate as they all get eaten and cleaved to death. Here comes a good counterattack, just killing the base off, or like delaying mining for as long as possible. Elephant's doing a very good job of that. If you can just go counter, send a couple wings over here at this base as well. But we only have a handful of Marines and a handful of Thors for Vrotax right now. This is a pretty scary army for Elephant. Elephant's in a really good position right now, and I just don't believe he knows it just yet. And we finally got the tanks coming in the battle. Tanks are they're alright against Ultralisk. Still not getting that upgrade, which is just now researching. That will make Ultralisk many times better. But now, no current mining bases for the Terran player. You got 2 SCVs mining, 60 minerals a minute. So the Terran income is definitely going to be at a disadvantage. And here comes another blunder. The air's being out of position. We just need some really good money fungals, and maybe all the Ultralisk fighting. And here comes the Ultralisk. He's landing the Vikings. It's going to be a close one, and the Ultralisk, all the Ultralisk die here. There is one Infestor just giving up on life, and it is going to be such a close game. We got some super long distance mining here. We have the last little bit of supply going. And GG from Elephant. Elephant he doesn't need a GG. He has to just got a Thor there, and that's it. And a bunch of Elephant was definitely not out of the game just yet. All it takes is maybe more for like a few Banelings, a good money fungal, or maybe a neural. Does he even have neural yet? Oh, well, I can't tell. Maybe just there's so many Thors that are in the red, and there's not much of anything else. They do have a couple Thors at home, but mostly SCVs. All I have to do is do a counterattack right here, and everything dies. And that's it. There's no more mining bases. There's this one, but there's no SCVs mining at it. But all the drones, they're so confused. They're like, we don't know where to go. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this cast between Elephant and Vrotax. And I'll see you guys again shortly. Have a great night, y'all.